Hello everybody, I'm Rusty. I want to welcome you to Island Breeze Tropicals. So today we're going to be talking about a group of plants collectively called elephant ears, specifically Alocasias and Colocasias. They're a type of aroid. So you know what? The sun is shining, the island breeze is blowing. It's time that you and I got growing. Come on, let's have some fun and we'll talk about elephant ears.
So the two main kinds of elephant ears that you're probably going to be encountering are going to be Alocasia and Colocasia. This is an Alocasia, and I'm going to show you why in just a second. We've had a really thick fog here this morning, so all the leaves are really wet. One of the things that identifies Alocasias is this deeply cut sinus here. That's what this is between the two lobes. And in general, the petiole of the leaf meets at the base of that sinus. So one of the other differences between Alocasia and Colocasia is you will have a glossy leaf on Alocasia, and in general, a less glossy or matte finish on a Colocasia. So this shows, I think pretty dramatically, the difference in the glossiness or sheen on the leaves. On the right hand side you can see the Alocasia. Now of course it's wet because of all the fog, but take a look, same conditions, and look at the matte finish on the left hand leaf, and that is a Colocasia. Now one of the other differences is where they like to grow. Colocasias like a bit more sunlight than Alocasias do, and they also will tolerate wet feet. Now this is backed by one of the ponds. So this is duckweed that you see growing in the pond. I use it to feed my fish. You can see that the Colocasia is growing almost in the water there. It's almost completely inundated. So this is the flower of another type of aroid called Xanthosoma. And I'm really happy it's doing this right now because you can clearly see that this identifies elephant ears as aroids. The flower has a spadix and a spathe, just like all aroids do. Now, Xanthosoma has a leaf that's kind of halfway in between a Colocasia and an Alocasia. They are a totally separate species. I have them growing everywhere here in the tangle. The squirrels love to dig up the bulbs and they take them back by the pond and they bury them for later, and just like squirrels always do, they forget where they are, so I get new plants. That's kind of cool.
So why don't we go into the greenhouse and take a look at some Alocasias and Colocasias. Now the sun is going to bleach out some of this morning, but no, too bad. So as you can see, we have a couple of plants here. So hidden somewhere in here in this jumbled mass of plants. By the way, do you think I have enough? Yeah, probably not. Probably going to get some this week. But anyway, hidden in here are some Alocasias and Colocasias, and I'm going to show you what they are.
Okay, we're in the greenhouse, and I'm going to show you some more Alocasias and Colocasias. Now these are quite small, and I don't know if you can call them elephant ears anymore, as small as they are, maybe mouse ears, big mouse ears. So this is an Alocasia called Maharini, Now, you keep hearing me say in general every time I'm talking about the taxonomy of these plants, because there are exceptions to every rule. Now, I was talking about the leaf sinus. This is an exception. It is an alocasia, but take a look. The leaf sinus ends before where the petiole starts. Very collocasia-like, but this is not a collocasia. And take a look at the finish on the leaf. It's a matte finish. Very un-alocasia-like, but it's an alocasia. This is another alocasia. Again, the leaf configuration is very collocasia-like. This one is called silver dragon. And this one is called black velvet. Again, another exception to the rule. There are no hard and fast rules when you grow plants, I think. But here we have an alocasia that's behaving more like an alocasia. You can see the sinus on the leaf. And then I'll see if I can get a little bit closer. And you can see basically where the petiole starts. And that starts just like an alocasia is supposed to. This is called bambino.
This is an alocasia called Lauterbachia. One of the reasons I really like this plant, it's going to be hard to see again, sorry, is the dark underside of the leaves. So as you can see where the petiole meets, it's not much of a sinus, is it? Pretty much goes flat. But the petiole is right there at the very terminus of it. So it's very alocasia-like. So this is a collocation. This is called Pharaoh's Mask. This is a pretty small version of it. It has yet to grow up. But it does everything that we've talked about, really, with a collocasia, and I'm going to show you what that is. So if you take a look at where the petiole is inward from the sinus. Now it's going to be a little bit more pronounced as this plant gets bigger, as will the veining on the leaf. Now you can see this isn't too glossy. Now the sun is starting to shine into the greenhouse right now, so it's not a good representation. So anyway guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about elephant ears. You can grow colocasias and alocasias in pots quite well no matter where you live, and I hope you give this type of aroid a try. They come in all sorts of shapes and different sizes and colors. So no matter where you are, I hope your sun is shining. I hope you have an island breeze blowing. You ought to get growing and have some fun. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.